Okay, Drake, you want to talk payola? You want to talk about bops? You want to talk how you try to frame Kendrick Lamar into linking him with UMG, them using payola and bops? Well, let's see what payola and bops are all about. Payola is the illegal practice of making undisclosed payments or providing other in documents to a commercial radio station or other media outlet or platform creator in exchange for the promotion or airplay of a specific song or product. Bops are computer programs used in a modern form of this practice to artificially inflate music streaming numbers and manipulate charts. Payola, definition. Payola, a contraction of pay and victrola, is about deceptive, under the table payment where the listener is led to believe the music is chosen based on merit or popularity, not a hidden financial transaction. Check that out now. Legally. In the U.S., the practice was criminalized by the Communications Act Amendment of 1960. While paying a station to play a song is legal if disclosed as sponsored airtime or an advertisement, failing to disclose the payment is illegal and a violation of FCC rules. Get that through your heads, people. This is what Drake was accusing Kendrick Lamar of doing while he was doing it all along in his career. Check this out now. He contradicted himself so bad that I'm gonna put his pussy ass out there. History. The practice has exceeded since the sheet music era, but it became a major scandal in the 1950s with disc jockeys like Alan Fred and Dick Clark. The fallout from the scandal led to DJs losing programming power, which was shifted to program directors. Bops and modern streaming payola. The concept of payola has evolved with the rise of digital streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, etc. The modern form often involves the use of what? Bops. Artificial streams. Companies offers artists a guaranteed number of streams or playlist placements in exchange for a fee. These streams are generated by automated bots or streaming farms rather than real human listeners. Manipulation. Bots help artificially boost a song play count, which can. This is what Drake is accusing UMG and Kendrick Lamar doing, because he was doing it all along. You fucking piece of shit. A song's play count, which can manipulate charts, ranking, and influence a song's perceived popularity. Consequences. This practice is a violation of most streaming platforms' terms of service. If detected, platforms may penalize the artist by removing the song from the algorithm, taking down their entire music catalog, or finding the distributor. Impact. Streaming fraud diverts royalty money away from legitimate artists and can make it harder for independent musicians to succeed on merit alone. In essence, bops are a modern tool used to achieve the same deceptive ends as traditional payola, manipulating the system to gain an unfair advantage without genuine audience interest to transparent to the disclosure. Fuck Drake. Payola is an illegal, undisclosed payment or receipt of money or gifts for the commercial promotion of a product or service. Most famously, for guaranteed music airplay on commercial radio without informing listeners it is sponsored with content. Bots are automated software programs that can be used to artificially inflate engagement metrics like streaming numbers or social media activity. A modern form of manipulation that can be used in a manner akin to digital payola. You son of a bitch. Payola explained. The term payola originated in the music industry, combining pay and victrola. It's piece of shit try to fucking roast Kendrick Lamar, lying about Kendrick Lamar using payola and bops and paying streamers and shit. When all along, he was paying streamers to play his shit. He was using bops, just like motherfucking Young Thug paid $50,000 for Gunna shit. You sorry piece of shit. I'ma expose your pussy ass. Become a national scandal in the U.S. in the late 1950s and early 1960s. Kept accepts includes illegally and disclosure. U.S. law, specifically the Communications Act Amendment of 1960, made unclosed pay for play illegal. The practice itself isn't illegal if the station explicitly disclosed the payment to listener as sponsored airtime. Deception. The core issue is deception. Listeners are led to believe that content, like a song being played, was chosen based on a merit or popularity, when in reality it was a paid placement, like a fucking replacement. Artificial inflation of merits. Bots are used to create fake engagements, such as generating artificial streams or social media likes/comments. The simulates organic popularity, can be influence charts and advertising rates. So that means all them fucking songs that Drake had on Spotify, this motherfucker actually paid on the side to use payola and to use bop. When Nicki Minaj and many other artists sent a complaint to Spotify, why is Drake in? He's in every category. He was even in the gospel category. And Nicki Minaj was pissed as fuck. And many artists complained. It is evidence and proof of this shit because Nicki talked about the shit. So basically, this motherfucker is distracting the fact. And they haven't found evidence and proof till now. But he's been doing it for his whole fucking career. You slick, slimy snake. Fucking, I can't, dog, I hate you, dog. I can't stand you, dog, for real. Just the manipulation and the deception alone carries a big weight. And I'm gonna roast your ass every fucking chance I get, you fucking piece of shit. Look at him. No disrespect to the gay people, the LGBTQ, if that's how I said it right. But look at this faggot. Thinking everything is gravy. Thinking he could get away with whatever he wants to get away with. But now you under fire. Your back is against the wall. The same thing you accused Kendrick, you was doing it. Payola. But what does payola mean? Payola is defined as the practice of bribing someone in return for unofficial promotion. So what is payola in music? In the music industry, this can, for example, be a form of paying a well-known artist. You sorry piece of shit. You telling me that you can't take accountability and responsibility and hold yourself accountable for blaming and trying to put Kendrick Lamar in a fucking courthouse because you are doing the same thing that you accusing Kendrick Lamar in and UMG? You snitching on your own fucking peoples? UMG looked out for you for that long of a period of time. And they were doing exactly what you accusing Kendrick Lamar of doing. You sorry piece of shit. This one is interesting. Check it out. Dave Oxenford. Stations for airing the label's music. The letter follows correspondence last year between the commissioner and the RIAA, the recording industry's trade groups, asking for similar information, which the RIAA claimed that it did not have. Imagine that. The process began after a Rolling Stone magazine article suggested that payola was still a common practice in the broadcast industry. These actions and the press reports that followed raised a couple of interesting questions, including what the FCC rules are on payola and how broadcast practices compare to those of online companies. The Communications Act prohibits the practice of payola by requiring in Section 317 that when any content is aired on a station in exchange for anything of value, the station must disclose that consideration has been paid by the person or entity that pays for the consideration. Those payola airs when a broadcast station employee or contractor receives or is promised anything of value in return. But putting any contact on the air and that payment is not disclosed to the public, payola usually occurs when someone makes a gift or payment to a person involved in station programming, i.e. station employees, program producers, program suppliers, in exchange for unfavorable on-air exposure of a product or service. While the terms payola is most often associated with the receipt by a station, announcer or music director of money, trips or other values for playing songs in the station, the same prohibition implies whenever any station programming personnel receives anything of value in exchange for airing any content where a sponsorship identification is not broadcast. For example, of lines for airing programming for which consideration was received without acknowledgement, the receipt of value consideration outside the context of music, see out articles. Here we go again. Section 317 requires that stations take actions to ensure that their employees and program suppliers disclose consideration received for any airing program content. Most radio stations do this through routine distribution to their employees of payola policies. And in many cases, getting affidavits from employees acknowledging that they have received information about the FCC requirements and understand the obligations. Well, Drake is not one, I tell you that much. Note that payola only exists where there is no disclosure of a receipt of something of value. Imagine that. How fucking deceptive and fucking oh my goodness, bruh. Boy, this gets deep, bruh. This article right here is so interesting to me because everything that they just said is exactly what fucking Drake has done through his whole fucking career. I can't stand this dude. I can't. Man, I tell you, wow. But here we go again. For the on-air content, payola is not an issue when full disclosure is made. It is the lack of sponsorship disclosure that makes the transaction illegal. Drake knows a lot about that. Those a station is not in violation of the rule, even if it is paid to air songs or program, segments. If on-air disclosure of the payment or other consideration is made, the disclosure is supposed to be made at the time that the sponsored material is aired. So that means that before you even think about doing anything that will be illegal, you will have to give it up front, and you will have to make an agreement to have a disclosure and be able to manage that contract or whatever valuable deal or favorable deal or anything valuable that you set a deal with these people with. Motherfucker. While Payola playing music for consideration without disclosing the consideration may be illegal for broadcasters, the commissioner notes in his letter that some have requested that this prohibition be re-examined in light of the current state of the marketplace, where broadcasters are competing against another distribution of programming who may not be subject to such rules. While there are general obligations to disclose consideration for material transmitted for consideration via internet platforms, those obligations are far less stringent than those of broadcasters. Obligations for online platforms include general sponsorship disclosure obligations imposed by the FTC. And state laws may apply to online platforms. See, those disclosures obligations are often met in disclosures that are less obvious than those that are required of broadcasters. If one looks, for instance, at a term of service for online music platform, Drake knew what the fuck he was doing all along. That's why he got away with it for so long. But I'm not finished. Y'all work with me. I am working. I am putting in work. I am making sure that I expose this motherfucker. I am not gonna stop. Drake fans telling me to stop. Nah, I ain't gonna stop. Here we go. Recent Payola allegations in the music industry focus heavily on two areas: digital streaming manipulation using bots and algorithm influence, and traditional undisclosed payment for radio airplay. High-profile lawsuit and accusations. The most significant recent development involves a high-profile legal dispute between Drake and Universal Music Group and Spotify. Drake's lawsuit, 2024-2025, rapper Drake filed a major lawsuit against his own record label. Oh, I'm not done. I'm working. Y'all work with me. My peoples, y'all work with me. I am roasting this dude. I can't stand this dude. This dude needs to be exposed. Wow. You know how many lives this man has destroyed? You know how many people he has taken their money from? Man, and I don't even want to go to the deeper part, but check this out. Drake's lawsuit, 2024/2025. Rapper Drake filed a major lawsuit against his own label, UMG, and Spotify, alleging they engaged in an illegal scheme involving bots, payolas, and other tactics to artificially inflate the popularity of Kendrick Lamar's diss, Not Like Us. The lawsuit claims UMG used bots to generate tens of millions of early streams for the song. Whistleblowers confirmed the continued existence of pay-for-play schemes, including payments to radio promoters for airplay without disclosure. UMG alleged offered discounted licensing fees to digital streaming platforms, DSPs, in exchange for amplified playlist support or algorithm visibility for their artists, a modern form. Ain't that a bitch? This nigga is suing his own record label and Kendrick Lamar for the same thing that UMG was doing for him. Since they stopped doing it for him because Drake was having problems with UMG for like the past 2 or 3 years. They gave this man $400 million. Drake made the money back, believe it or not. But was it really his money? I only think he made half of it, and the other half he stole it by doing illegal gambling, because the past 5 years, Stake US have been investigating in this illegal activities, and Drake has been right there neck to neck with these motherfuckers. The net worth is worth $4.7 billion. And the steakhouse, whoever it is, the two that, produce and are the main mans of Stake US are both worth $2.7 billion. But this gets more interesting. Kendrick Lamar accusations, conservatively, social media chatter, and some reports, unsustained in court, have also alleged that Kendrick Lamar and Interscope Records used extensive payola for radio spin on his album GNX. FCC enforcement adversary. In February 2025, the U.S. Federal Communications Commission, FCC, issued a formal informant advisory specifically targeting payola. This was promoted by a letter from Senator Marsha Blackburn, who raised concerns that some radio stations were compelling artists to provide free or heavy discounted performances in exchange for value radio play. The FCC is actively investigating these claims, which will constitute an illegal undisclosure by pay-for-play scheme, scheming, fraud, and bot cases. Beyond major label lawsuits, there have been criminal cases involving individuals manipulating streaming numbers. All Music Frauds, 2024. A North Carolina musician, Michael Smith, was indicted by federal prosecutors for using hundreds of thousands of AI-generated songs and a network of bot accounts to stream them billions of times on platforms like Spotify and Apple Music, fraudulently obtaining over $10 million in royalties. This was described as the first criminal case of its kind involving AI and streaming fraud manipulation services. Legal action has been taken by industry bodies like the IFPI, if I said it right, and the BBMI against third-party streaming manipulation services. Let me see what it says. PimpYourFlower.d in Germany, forcing them to shut down their operations. Boy, hey, it gets deeper, boy. It gets more crazier than this. Drake knows sooner or later they are going to fucking expose him for exactly what he did to UMG and did to Kendrick Lamar. They are going to put him out there. UMG is going to press that fucking red button. You better fucking believe it. Wow. Oh, I ain't done yet. Connections between payola and bops. The link between payola and bops exists in the digital age, where the principles of illicit manipulation for commercial gain persists across new platforms. Digital payola. In the streaming era, the concept of payola has evolved to include the alleged practice of paying for inclusion on popular streaming playlists or for algorithm to recommend an artist more frequently. Bruh. Artificial inflation of matrix. Bots are used to create fake, again, again, used to create fake engagements such as generating artificial streams on social media like slash comments. I already read that already, but I had to put it again because it makes all the sense in the world when it comes to this undisclosed promotion. The user box for promotion is a non-transparent method of gaining an advantage, mirroring the under-the-table payment of a traditional payola. It's misled the public about an artist's genuine popularity. Legal challenges. Lawsuits have been filed alleging that companies have engaged in illegal schemes involving bots and payola to promote specific songs, highlighting how these modern tactics fall under the umbrella of illicit promotional activities. In essence, while payola traditionally refers to the broadcast media, the use of bots for artificial manipulation in digital media represents a contemporary extension of this deceptive paid for promotion tactics. That means that if you go to a radio station or you see a producer or a DJ, anybody within that level, and you know your music ain't really bopping like that, so you make a promise, a favorable one, to give back value. If you give illegally that DJ or that producer or beat maker that favorable value prize without having any type of disclosure, that's payola. That's bots. Because they are doing it without actually the listeners actually watching, viewing the videos, rating the videos. So what they do, they reset the button and they just let that bitch play over and over and over and over again. That is the plot with payola. And Spotify did that for Drake. Fuck out of my face, man. Drake has been accused of benefiting from billions of fraudulent streams generated by bots in a new class action lawsuit filed against Spotify by rapper RBX. Separately, Drake himself previously accused his record label, Universal Music Group, UMG, and Spotify of using bots and payola to artificially inflate the success of Kendrick Lamar diss track Not Like Us. Accusations against Drake. Class action lawsuit. Rapper RBX Eric Dwayne Collins filed a federal class action lawsuit against Spotify on November 2nd, 2025, alleging the platform turned a blind eye to mass-scale fraudulent streaming that primarily benefited high-profile artists like motherfucking Karen. Ain't that a bitch? Accusing UMG, accusing Kendrick Lamar, and he's been doing it all along. Bitch, you've been exposed. And it's this year. It ain't 5 years ago, it ain't 15 years ago when you started doing payola and bots. It's this year. November 2nd, 2025, the rapper RBX, which name is Eric Dwayne Collins, filed a federal class action lawsuit against Spotify because of who it benefited, primarily the high-profile artist, which is your stinking ass. Didn't I say that earlier? I hate this motherfucker. I really do, bro. Oh my God. I can't stand him, dog. Alleged evidence. The lawsuit claims that between January 2022 and September 2025, a substantial percentage of Drake's streams were generated by fake accounts and bots. It cites abnormal VPN usage to obscure the location of these streams, noting an intent where over 250,000 streams of No Face appear to originate in Turkey but were re-routed to the UK. Financial harm. The suit argues that in Spotify's stream share royalty model, these fake streams devalue the payouts for other legitimate artists by hunting money from the total revenue pool. No direct wrongdoing by Drake. Shit me. Drake is not named as a defendant in this lawsuit, and no direct allegations of personal misconduct have been made against him. The lawsuit is focused on Spotify alleged. And I know why the focus is on Spotify. Because they generated and they made illegal payolas without having the disclosure to keep playing his music, to inflate it to a position where other artists couldn't even get airplay or couldn't put their music on Spotify because Drake was in every category, even in the gospel category. Like I said before, Drake had Payola and Bops in control when it came to Apple Music, when it came to Heart, and when it came to Spotify for almost 10 years, or maybe more. Drake's accusations against him, UMG Spotify. Lawsuit over Not Like Us. In November 2024, Drake filed a petition against UMG and Spotify, alleging they engaged in an illegal scheme involving Boss and Payola to boost the streams of Kendrick Lamar's track Not Like Us during their rap feud. Specific claims. Drake petition claims UMG used fake social media accounts to promote the song. Paid influencers without disclosure. The same thing like he did with The Dirt, the same thing that he did with DJ Academics, the same thing he did with what's his name? Ma and fucking Rory? Yeah, and other motherfuckers? Exactly. But man, oh boy, Drake think we stupid. Drake petition claims UMG used fake social media accounts to promote the song, paid influencers without disclosure. Exactly. Because even Drake's fucking puppets admitted it. They said it in codes. So we know that they were working for Drake. We know that Drake was paying them without disclosure to stream his music. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Are you serious? Oh, I'm working today. Y'all work with me. I'm working today. But look what it says, though. Paid influencers without disclosure, and even manipulated Apple Siri to misdirect users to Lamar's song. Imagine that! Like they never did that for Drake. Wow! Fucking imagine that! Man, Drake, man. Outcome. Spotify and UMG denied these claims, calling them far-fetched. Of course they're gonna say that. They did it for you. So they're not gonna put themselves out there and you fucking with a machine that you can't touch. Of course they're gonna say that. Look what happened to Michael Jackson. Look what happened to Prince. Look what happened to Tupac. The fuck out of here, bruh. And speculative, a judge largely dismissed Drake's claims, stating his evidence based mostly on online comments and fan reports was insufficient. Suck a dick. Drake has since dropped these legal cases. Of course he dropped them, because he knew if they did evidence and dig deeper, he was going to be fucked. So instead of him putting himself in that situation, he said, fuck this shit, I'm finna drop the charges, because I'm all in that motherfucking Payola and Bot situation. Exactly. In essence, Drake has been involved in legal situations, both as an accuser of streaming fraud and as an alleged beneficiary of it, with the latter resulting in an ongoing class action lawsuit against Spotify. The same motherfucking people that helped this man make millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars And he ain't never had a problem with it because they were doing it for him. And he felt comfortable as fuck as long as it was done for him. Because he's a selfish son of a bitch that only thinks about himself. He don't give credibility to nobody. He don't do nothing for his peoples. And the only reason why all of a sudden he's doing this for Young Thug and he's doing this for his fans is because he knows he's losing. So he has to make himself look good. You sorry piece of shit. Damn, dog. This dude's life is a fucking upside down redemption. There's no cure for this man's curse. This man literally acts worse than a woman. And persistently and consistently and obviously is a woman himself. All he needs is breasts, buttocks, and a woman fucking plateau. You is the Karen of hip-hop. I'ma work every day. I'ma research every fucking minute of the day when I don't got nothing to do because I have a life as well. I'ma do research. I'm finna expose you every fucking chance that I get. You know why? Because what you doing and you getting away with it. Well, guess what? Your time is up. You're fucked. Everybody's clowning you. Me, I'm destroying you. You know why I'm destroying you? Because you ain't shit. You ain't about the people. You ain't about the culture. You ain't about respect. You ain't about loyalty. You ain't about responsibilities and taking accountabilities for your action. You a bitch. Yes, Karen, you. So I'm going to make sure, as long as I do these streams, and I am in YouTube, you going to see multiple exposures of me exposing you for the piece of shit that you really are. Oh, and one last thing. I did a video of you being accused of some sexual misconduct and you ended up paying $350,000 and the settlement was that she couldn't talk to nobody outside the courtroom, to her family, to her friends, that she had to keep her mouth shut to be able to receive that settlement. So your you know what I'm saying, involvement and being exposed won't be exposed out to the streets because of your fame and your popularity. Wow, imagine that, Drake. If you so call yourself innocent, why did you pay $350 and told her to keep her mouth shut? That doesn't sound innocent to me. That sounds you guilty as fuck and you didn't want to be exposed, so you gave her the money. And I know women do that to men. Look what happened to Mike Tyson. Look what happened to Tupac. Look what happened to a lot of rappers. I understand women are like that. But knowing how you are, knowing your misconduct behavior in that way throughout your career, you have shown it. You have given us proof and evidence that you behave that way. I believe that, sister. You did what that sister said. You're a monster. You don't care. It's all about Drake. Well, I'm gonna expose you until I can't breathe no more. You know why? Because I hate people like you that think they can get away with what the fuck whatever they want. Go back to Canada and stay the fuck there, hide under a sword. Because the exposures that we streamers are gonna give you, we're gonna make you sick. We're gonna make you nauseous. And I'm gonna continue talking about you paying that young lady $350,000 for your sexual misconduct, talking about y'all had consensual sex. Then why in the fuck did you pay $350,000? You piece of shit. But this is the ending of the video. I'm telling you, I'm coming hard. And I'm coming hard at this motherfucker. Because he deserves everything he gets. For real. This man has destroyed so many lives. People that trusted him. People that look up to him. Teenagers on top of that. The majority of his illegal gambling audiences and consumers. People that trusted him with their money. People that were within his same camp. Look what he did to The Weeknd. But The Weeknd got out. Now The Weeknd is a sensational singer. And he is in the World Guinness Book of Records. For maybe his net worth is $600 million. You see, when you get away from people like this, you will be successful. This man manipulated his own boys, even rappers that were within the OVO camp. He stole their shit, he stole their style, he stole their swag, he stole their music, he stole their beats. This motherfucker deserves no type of credibility of respect. So I'm gonna keep on exposing your ass until I can't breathe no more. This is your boy Chico Black, aka Jaloso. Y'all go ahead and drop y'all comments. And yeah, I'm passionate about this shit. I hate this dude, bro. I can't stand him, dog. This man thinks that he could get away because he's a Canadian rapper that has hundreds of millions of dollars and think that he can do whatever the fuck he wants. You know, there's real brothers out here in the hood that are going through shit for no fucking reason, and you doing it because you got money, you piece of shit. Man, whatever, man. Man, I put in work, and I'm still gonna put in a lot of work. But y'all go ahead and leave y'all comments, and y'all tell me what y'all think. There's your boy Chico Black, aka Jaloso. Much respect, and God bless to all. Peace.